October or November sometime, okay, scheduling the maintenance now becomes a problem. And if it was maintenance that was due to an emerging problem, or if it was technology that we needed day one that we need to provide professional development on, or was a system upgrade of some type, and we're delaying it now to October, November, now we're creating a problem where we were going to use those dollars for that same purpose anyway. So I think that's the piece that I would have concern about, is just making sure that we're meeting the need. This whole conversation is about how do we meet the needs of the school division. And when you talk about delaying capital projects or technology, it can become quite burdensome when you're not doing work in the summer, when the kids are not in school.
I think salaries are a very important piece of this budget and your budget. And I have some other information where there are other, when I've gone through it, and what is budgeted, what was actually spent, and the surplus that's left over. That's in your budget too. That's a number of different categories where there's some as much as 36 million difference, 31 million in another category. So
well, you're welcome to send me some detail on that. I don't have a response for that at this time. I'm sure that I will have some. I just want you to be aware that one of the things that we spoke about over the summer was reflecting on attrition. The city actually reflects attrition in your budget, and this budget for FY20 will reflect attrition in it, similar to what the council had requested. So I've definitely listened to what you had to say. The FY19 budget I started July 1, 2019. So if it doesn't have what you're looking for through the lens that you're looking at, I can assure you we made that effort in FY20 to accommodate that.
Well, I guess one of my other concerns is that I very much do. I don't understand how you have fewer personnel because we have fewer students. And yet when I was on school board, $1.1 million, I think, was for 1% raise. Now you're saying that it's 2.2 million
yes,
for 1% raise?
Roughly around 2.2.
And yet you have less personnel.
Yeah, salaries increase, benefits increase, so it does cost more. Now that 1.1, I don't know if you're referring to SOQ positions. I'd have to check, but if you can give me a year. But I know currently it's $2.2 million for 1% raise.
I have a quick question, concern, comment. I guess it's all wrapped in one. We were at this point last year when we were trying to decipher through the budget, and I want to thank you for presenting the detailed information that you have presented. That was one of the questions that we had, or concerns we had last year going through this process. This year, you supplied the information, but yet we still find ourselves in the same predicament. And I know we've asked, I think it was the joint meeting in October about the process of the city and the school board working together to streamline this process so we won't be going back and having to readjust what proposed budgets would be. I guess what I'm asking is, how has the process led us to where we are now? Has our budget personnel met with your budget personnel more extensively than they did last year? Because like I said, this is something that I can see if we don't rectify, we're going to be doing it every year. So what's if somebody can help me out, I don't know, on our side or the school side, why are we still at this point where we can't get all the information needed so we can move forward without having what continues to be divisiveness, what it seems like, from during this time?
Well, first I'd like to thank the council for meeting with us early in this fiscal year, back in October. But as you remember, that focus was primarily on capital improvement, and then our January meeting also was focused primarily on capital. It was my request at that meeting to split the meeting to capital and operational so we can start looking at the estimate of needs for the school division, but we had a robust agenda for that day. So we mentioned getting information out to you as we went through our estimate of needs, proposed budget, and we've done that. We've sent information out to the council and to the city manager. In February or March-ish, Mrs. Rousseau met with Lisa, and they sat down and they started having some dialogue around the operational budget. I appreciate making yourself available. We have had some 2-on-2s where I think we've kind of hit a glitch in the process. Was it would have been very effective if we had met in a joint meeting prior to the city manager's budget being presented, and also I would have rather had an opportunity to sit down with the city manager before that, well before that those budget decisions were made. Unfortunately, when I sat down, I didn't get that opportunity. We had several decisions were already made as far as how the funding would be metered out. So I think if we can get earlier in the process and have more dialogue, and we're already starting that, I think it's very helpful for both the council and the board. But I don't feel like we definitely made the needed effort to avoid being where we are today. Any further questions?
So, you're saying there were some proposals given to you that we could come to terms with?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Because I understood there were 3 different scenarios that were presented.
No, ma'am. I'm not aware of any proposals.
With our city manager, you didn't have any?
We talked about some options that I had discussed with you prior to my presenting the budget.
That's what I thought.
I sat down with the city manager on the 25th, and the budget was presented on the 26th.
Our budget was. Thank you. I'd like to thank you, Dr. Parker, and for all the work you all have done to be transparent. But I'd like to just say from a city perspective that when we look at the operating budget, as I said before, the school is only one piece of the pie. And so when our city manager works with all of our departments, and if you all could count up how many departments we have and what the operational needs are of this whole city, we are thankful for the schools. We would not be where we are today if we didn't have the schools. So I want to say thank you to all of you all for all the hard work you do. However, in the midst of that, you all are residents just like we are residents. And so we have to look at the total city. We can't just look at just one little piece and say, well, we'll give y'all all y'all want, when there are multiple departments that have needs as well, that they don't get everything they want either, because it's just not enough revenue to go around. It's just not. So we do what we can do to try to make sure that we're compensating as much as we can. And there are some departments that didn't get anything. There's some, and so you're not the only one that may not get everything for this fiscal year coming up, but just know that you're not the only one that we have to look at as well. And so you made mention that we took cash capital and the city did this, but we're the city. We're not just one little, we're the big city. We're not just one little small piece of the pie. So when we look at you and when we have to make decisions for the city, it's for the city. It's not just for those who are in the education part, but we're talking about the total population of 180,000 people that we have to make decisions for, and the school is just a piece of that. And I don't mean a small piece, it's a piece that we appreciate. But I just hope that those who are looking and those who are reporting out will understand that we are the whole city. We're the city, not just a small portion of, we're not a community, we're the city. And so I just want to make sure that we put that out there, so when you all make reference, well, y'all did this and put this over here, and y'all did, yeah, but we're the city. And so we have to make decisions and try to make adjustments as we can, but still realize that we have to service all 180,000 people.
I totally understand. I definitely don't envy the task of this council for meeting the needs of your various departments. And I definitely take that into context every time I meet with the council member or with the city manager, that there is a broader vision for the city. And I just want why I'm standing here before you today is because I'm tasked with educating children.
Thank you.
And so I come with that lens. I keep that lens on because I believe that you want the same thing I want, which is a school division that we all can be proud of. And I'll continue to work with you and continue to communicate with you to do that. That doesn't mean that we'll always be on the same page, but my goal is for you always to know what our needs are, what needs are being met, and where your return on investment is, and where our needs are not being met.
Thank you.
So thank you for your time
We
today. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.